bigger on a bigger scale. I'm going to be doing a 24 by 36 canvas for a new living room piece. So sit back, watch, let me know what you think. See, make sure that you guys can see what's going on. Well, hello to everybody that's walking into the life, making a new living room piece for the bedroom. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Canvas I'm working on is 24 by 36. So, with all the new paintings and stuff I've been making and putting up onto the wall, wife tells me that the Joker and Batman picture we got no longer suits our living room. So why not make something new? Hopefully everybody's having a good Saturday. Hello to everybody that's coming in. Using clear coat, that way it can remake the paint wet again. got all of this stuff. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their weekend. If you're at work, sorry. Technically, I'm at work too right now. Everybody heard of Happy Wife, Happy Life? Yeah. So, silly. Well, tips and tricks that I've found over the years. Actually, tips and tricks that I found. Glossy paper always works best. Or if you want to remove paint, make it stick better. But the trick that you want to always use, always have, is you always got to know where your light source is coming from, or where your shading is going to be at for your plant, or for whatever you're making. But always keep in mind that you always want to use clear coat. That way, if you're wanting to remove paint or add paint on top of each other, that it makes it stick. Re-wet the paint, so it makes it stand out more. If you want to remove many layers, always have clear coat. That way you can remove wet paint. See, clear coat, and you just take as much paint as you want up and off. And then you got to remember where your light source is at. So, and you don't need much. So, say my light source is coming from the left side of the picture, or the right side. You just spray where your light source is going to be. Then on the opposite side, you spray where your shadow's going to be at. And if you're wanting to start out doing something small, just grab you some paint, black and white, and get you something circular, like a plate, a bowl. I'm using a wooden circle, made out of wood, Michael's, and put that down. But the cool thing is, one of the tricks I've learned, you gotta have patience. I got ADHD. I don't really got time for patience. Like, it just doesn't suit well with me. Like, at all. Then, once you get that, put that back over. And then, get your black, or whatever color you're using, to make your sky. Like, if you gotta think about nature. Because nature, you got purple, pinks, reds, black, gray. You gotta take a look outside sometime and see what's going on in the world. Like if it's a dark, stormy night, cloudy night, then you're gonna have gray. You're gonna have a whitish tint to it. And once you get that, You just start painting whatever in your head, which is always fun. I'm one of the individuals I can paint whatever I got going on or whatever I'm thinking about, and just put it down to paper or canvas. I'm gonna try and read everybody's comments. So, how's everybody doing today? See what I mean? Always gonna have the pulls and the sticks. You don't want that on your picture. I'm just doing this because there's some globs of paint that don't want to come off, and I'm just trying to make this look as pretty as I can. So, you know, like I said, it's going up on our living room wall, and I don't put nothing up on our living room wall that looks bad. But once you get that going, in as well as you feel like, had a shadow or a light source. Doesn't always have to be black. See, the colors I'm using for this is red, blue, orange, and green, because we got red on one of the other pictures I made before. We got red, blue, and green on a lot of them. And if you overspray or you think you sprayed too much, cool thing is you can just go right back over it with like another color. Well, let's say that I don't like that I sprayed too much here. Let's see some of it back up. Everything is all good. But if you're doing like multiple colors, like I'm going to do, this add as much as what you think you should. The one thing is you gotta learn is if you're gonna be doing this, really not that hard to do. Can't control distance. So then go back, clean this up a little bit. But mainly what you need to start spray painting is a cheap can of color, Rust-Oleum. I wouldn't recommend getting the high-end stuff just yet unless you don't feel comfortable with it. And your high-end paints is this brand, Montana Gold or Montana Black. I love using these colors because they're bright, they're fluorescent. Or you can just start off using Rust-Oleum, which is fine either way on what or how you want to paint. And then you get you poster board. Doesn't really have to be a big poster board. And once you got that, get you a bowl, 50 cents, Walmart or Meijer or wherever you're at in the. So. Yes, I actually do sell my work, David. I sell quite a bit actually. One of my main go-tos for a lot of people is my 11 by 14 canvas, or my the canvas I'm working on right now is a 24 by 36. I do sell those. Technically, I can sell on any size canvas that you want, or poster board, and I can mail it to you if you're wanting a piece done. And if you're wanting a piece done, David, I can get you my information once I'm done with doing this live. I'll put my Gmail account in. That way you can have it. That way we can exchange if you're wanting something done or not. But yeah, if you think it looks cool now, just wait until you see the good product. What kind of Christmas gifts are you wanting? If you're wanting the Pacific colors or not Pacific colors, I can do whatever you want. And the cool thing is about getting canvases and stuff, you always have scrap papers, always. And your scrap paper turns into grade 8 trash. By grade 8 trash, I mean you can just take this little bit right here, crimp it, and then you got yourself a comic. So we're gonna get back to this. So then once you get done with that, and let's just say that you don't like how that turned out. So the cool thing is with white and with black, you can go back in, different colors. Go back in. So what happens is if you don't wait, like I didn't, got excited, got the ring of death. Well, the ring of death is like what I like to call it, because what happens is when you remove your stencil, you put your stencil down on the top flat and it's still drying. You gotta pull up the paint with you. That is never a good thing for your piece. So with scrap card or scrap paper, you go back in and you highlight it up. Then once you get your highlighting part done, or your shadowing, however you go about doing it, then it goes from a flat surface to an actual 3D dimensional picture or sphere. And that's what your whole goal is to do, is create a 3D effect, make sure it has actual dimension to it. If not, then you're just going to have just really, really bad clumps of paint. Yeah, nobody's going to want something like that. At least not in my opinion. So then, as a spray painter, you always want to keep a flat edge or something flat. That way you can go in and make water. Like, just like that. That is my horizon. Because I split the picture, then right there is going to be the water, which is the opposite reflect of up here. I wouldn't say I'm cool, David, but I'm just another guy with some spray paint. And I like what I do, man. Like, I'm a mechanic during the day, and I got another job at night. I get on my wife's nerves because I'm gone pretty much all the time. But the cool thing is, you can go back in here and literally just fingerprint. So I'm creating a mountain or land mass in front of everything that's going on here. And then I'll put the tree up top. So basically, use finger paint. And once you think you have your bridge that you got, or you like, and you're happy with it, you go in and make your water. So then that's where your clear gauze comes back in. It's really shipping wet. I don't know wherever you guys are at on the top of something. And this is like really crazy drying up, which is good in some cases. In this case, not so much. So then once you got it wet, then you make ripples. Make it look like water. And just like at nighttime, on a beach or something somewhere, you just want to make it have that effect. Where it's like just reflecting on that sky. Then you can get your white, go back over it, and make it look like actual rippling of water. Which is real fun. through at least 4 cans, 5 cans. Then once you're happy with that, then you start making your land masses. Or you start highlighting your trees and stuff like that. Which that's what I'm getting ready to do. This is where my massive land's going to start. It doesn't have to be straight lines because we already know that rocks and boulders and stuff aren't straight. So if you give it some highlights, make it look like an actual land mass. Held off some more. Rocks. And if you're going to paint a tree, do a tree, get you a putty knife, use your sharp edge, and just bring it down. Got some branches. Well, my wife's the one that actually got me started back into this because she said with me just sitting around on the couch, not really doing much of nothing, that I had to have a hobby. So why not pick up spray painting? So then, again, get you another piece of card, and then make a tree. So spray a little spray paint in the center of it. Dab it on. Once you run out of that. And let's use that paintbrush. I am sorry, I'm not able to read your guys' comments as quickly as I can. I'm sorry. So then, with the same thing, you just come in, use your imagination. And use great grass. Let's read some of your guys' comments. So, David Shelton, no, clear gloss is not that expensive. Clear gloss, Walmart is about, what would I do for a cheeseburger? Nothing. I'm good on cheeseburger right now. But clear gloss run you about $5-6 Walmart. Not bad. Really, really not bad. I've seen if you go to like Home Depot or one of those places like that, they want at least $6 and some change for clear coat. I'm good. Or if you want to use like actual good and black white, get quick dry, and it's like $2.50 at Walmart. Not really bad. Montana Gold. You can go to Michael's or Blink, or you can actually go to sprayplanet.com, and they have like over 230 colors of spray paint in all different shades. One of the ones I'm gonna be getting next is hardcore spray paint. Hardcore or 94 or Dang. Some really, really good stuff. That's my next ones I'm gonna get. So like as I was saying, you have your tree and your mountain. The mountain, and you just carved out the highlights to make it stand out. And then carved up to make an actual tree, and then use your sponge to give leaves. It's pretty crazy what you can do with spray paint. Now, we're gonna try at least make 2 mounds right here. That way, my wife wanted waterfalls. Why not? Let's try it. Where you think they should go? Good. Get you right in there. Get your black, outline it if you want. But this is my first attempt trying to do this. Then we're just going to finger paint some more. And it does come off with soap and water. Rubbing alcohol works best too. I figured it out. So hello to Mrs. Paintz, everybody. Hello, everybody. Again, I had to let my phone cool off. It's really hot outside, like I said. Let's get back to that picture. Again. All right, back to the picture. analyzing our little mounds we got here. Yes, ma'am, YouTube has been sucking lately. That's what we are fearing when we have complications. Huh? Hello, Miss Eve. Miss E. Sorry, the wife had to correct me. Hi, Miss Josie. And once you get your mounds figured out, then you go back in, and you just give us your other. now we're about to create another mound right here. That way, it looks like more lean's coming through. So, yet again, back to finger painting. Once you get that all said and done, turn a little happy little mistakes into something else. Ain't that how Bob Ross used to do? Got the right cane this time. Go back in. Then go back through. Re-wet your paint. Scrape up the excess that you want or don't need. Yeah, I'm trying to make a little imperfection. you have your boulders and stuff on now. And if you want to, go back in. Get your grass. As soon as the red showed up here, we're gonna go in and do red and orange. A little bit of green. Alright, we are getting YouTube and stuff working again. Yay. Well, Miss E, I am sorry, I don't do nails. I work with almost the same color as nails, I just don't do nails. And then we go back in with a scrap piece of card. White on it. Well, believe it or not, Miss Resin, how I got started in spray painting, as I did it the wrong way. I used to do graffiti when I was younger, and I used to do pretty good art. And then my wife, as of a couple of months ago, she's been doing crochet. She says, you need to figure out something that you need to do. Okay. So when I get home from work every day, every night, I just find art pieces, or I find something, so believe it or not, again, on YouTube. And I'm bored to death with watching YouTube every single day. Like, hey, look, I could try to do that. Hey, I could try this. But there's one person on there that she loves to watch. And her name is Amethyst. She's got some really good art pieces. And then there's another guy from UK saying that I like to watch. His name is Tom Welly Wills. And then there's a guy from Serbia. His name is Sketch. She likes watching Amethyst because she's like, that's the only one that makes sense to me. Okay. So we try and watch her stuff a lot. And then she also watches you guys on YouTube. And now the only thing I'm doing is just lining up my ridges or mounds or whatever you want to call them, dunes, piece of grass, I don't know. But I'm thinking about starting actually doing a tutorial on it. Like I said earlier, you just want it, you don't like starting something, you see what it's about. Too much red. Has some stars. So you put a lot of white on your finger, like make stuff, and then that's where you think stars should go. My wife doesn't know this. I do. We're about to make a glow-in-the-dark star. And as I said, my wife doesn't know something. She comes open up the door. Just like, your wife don't know what? Don't worry about it. And once you think you're done with your piece, you do your John Hancock signature in the bottom of the painting. Spray on every inch of it. Make So, Miss Josie, spray painter's favorite tool, clear gloss. And then how to do your signature is usually just using a putty knife. And that's it. So we're about to get a little movie. I do apologize to everybody that's watching this. We're about to get a little movie, that way you can see this picture completely close up and clear. So and there is the final piece. Let me know what you guys think. If you like it, if not. But that is it for today, guys. You guys have a good one. Thank you for staying tuned. I got more videos